the right word? I don't know. But he'll probably know. He's from the US. So welcome on stage, Jeff.
So I want to apologize first of all for my accent. I hope you can understand me. I know it's very unclear the way I speak, so I'll really try to enunciate. So, great crowd, amazing. You guys ought to give yourself a hand. You came out in this weather. Give it up. And Lena's doing great, wonderful night. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be alive in 2024. Who knew we would make it this far? It's been a fuck show, for the past couple of years, so we're all hoping it's going to get a little bit better. So I come from the US. I was born there, raised there, and then I moved to Latvia. This is the question I get asked by Latvians every single day. Where are you from? The United States. Why? Why would you move? And so I like to answer with karma. So I believe that karma is kind of out there moving us around. It's like a flow in the universe. It moves us and all that groovy stuff. And so I grew up, my father was a pastor, so I grew up very religious. Karma for us was like very strict rules. Like you have these 10 commandments, and if you break one of them, you go to hell. If you kill somebody, you go to hell. You punch a nun, you go to hell. You masturbate too much, you go blind. Speaking of which, hold on, it's a little... Oh, that's better. Oh, that's better. Yeah, thanks. So speaking of karma, so I'm hoping 2024 turns it all around. We come back, and we have a good year. But my American friends, they aren't too positive about 2024. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there's an election this year. Yeah. And I grew up, I always thought that we were going to end the world with a zombie apocalypse, right? Walking Dead and all this. That's obviously what's going to happen eventually. But I didn't know it was going to be two guys running for the president of the United States who are going to be the fucking zombies. I mean, who would have guessed that in 2024 we'd have Donald Trump, who I don't know if you know this, he's 78 years old this year. Joe Biden is 81 goddamn years old, and they're the ones that are going to run for president. And just a side note, I don't know if you saw this in the news, Melania's mother just died. She was 78 years old. So I don't know. It's kind of a scary year. And but you got to give credit to Donald Trump because I think he's destroyed more brains than all the zombies in all the zombie movies ever got to, right? He has single-handedly taken the brains out of 20, 30 million Americans without even using his teeth. Just this fuckhole that he has for a mouth. And speaking of that mouth, I don't know if you saw this, but recently Donald Trump, he quoted Adolf Hitler. I mean, he said what Adolf Hitler said, just instead of German, he said it in English. He said, immigrants are poisoning the blood of our nation. And he should know. He's married to one. I mean, seriously. Is that a cry for help, Donald? What were you telling us about Melania? Right? Okay, Donald, blink twice if she's hurting you. She's poisoning me. It's so fucking stupid. And that's so people ask me, why Latvia? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Right there, just look at any 5 minutes of the news from the USA, and you know why I'm in Latvia. So 2024 started, and she's been talking about resolutions. We all have these resolutions, so I made a resolution this year. So I read a news article. 70% of people fuck up their resolution within the first month. So how are you guys doing on your resolutions? Any fuck ups yet? Right? Stop smoking. You started smoking again, didn't you? I can tell. Yeah, you just out there, you're puffing like a motherfucker. You're drinking. You've gained at least 6 kilos. And the red pants. I mean, dude, red pants. I have a resolution: never wear red pants in public. It's very important. So I decided. So if you're gonna break 70% of your resolutions in the first month, what you got to do is have a lot of resolutions. So I started this year with 10 resolutions. I figure 7 of them all failed, but I'll have 3, right? 3 is pretty fucking good by the end of the year. If I can do 3 resolutions, that's pretty awesome. So that's what I'm working towards this year in 2024. So, one of my resolutions was get in better shape, and I started that resolution by going to see a masseuse. But not like that kind of masseuse, not a Bangladesh masseuse or anything like that. This was a Belarusian masseuse, and she was very serious about her craft. So I get in her little studio, and I take my shirt off, and she looks at my back, and she just says, oh. You've had COVID. I'm like, how the fuck do you know that? You're looking at me, and she's like, you've had COVID. And then she's like feeling my ribs and saying, you've been breathing wrong all your life. Christ, you've had surgery, you've had this, you've had that. So I'm like, what have I done right in my life? Can you just give me one thing? I'm breathing wrong, I'm dying, it's fine. And then she was like a ninja masseuse, and I'm not kidding, like she called herself a ninja, and she has this Japanese blade, this tool that you used to probably disembowel people back in the old days, and she's using that, and she's literally pushing it into my spine and my flesh. I was dying on the table. But the next day I woke up, I've never felt better in my whole life. So whatever magic this Belarusian had, I highly recommend getting yourself a massage. Okay, I think I'm about out of time. But I wanted to end with just a positive note, right? So you're all here on a Friday night. You made it through the week. Give yourselves a hand. Yeah! So here's the thing. You end the week, you party. Why not do that every day? You make it through the day, have a party. Yeah! Hold on. You make it through the hour. Have a party. Make it through the minute, party. So what are we going to do? Every fucking second of the year, party!